Hey guys, welcome to our video for this week. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that pretty much everybody does at some point with their babies, and that's swaddling. So there are a lot of different options on the market now for swaddling blankets, specific swaddlers, sleep sacks, all these different things. So it can be really confusing. What should I use for my baby? What's going to work? And really that just comes down to, their age, how receptive they are to being swaddled, and those types of things. So I'm just going to run through a few options with you guys just so that you can kind of see what the differences are. So we all know, well, maybe we don't, but if you don't know, the benefits of swaddling essentially are that it's meant to help babies sleep better and longer. So newborns especially have a number of different reflexes. Their movements are very involuntary. So often when they're sleeping, they'll do this sort of startle reflex thing. And so if their arms are free, they do this sort of jerky move and it wakes them up. So that's the basic concept behind swaddling. Their arms are down or in, and somehow that they can't move, and then they won't startle themselves awake. And every new parent wants baby to sleep as long as possible. So this is the 8 muslin blanket. There are many different brands of the muslin swaddle blankets available now, but they're a nice big square. I've just folded it into a triangle to show kind of this is your basic kind of swaddling method just with any blanket. But the muslin swaddles are a really nice option for swaddling because the fabric actually helps regulate baby's body temperature. So it's a nice weight that's very soft and comfortable, and it has a little bit of stretch to it, so you can get a nice tight wrap with it. So this is our demo baby. He's very cooperative. So there's basically just wrapping this around baby, bringing the end up here. There's different ways to do this too, but this is kind of your basic swaddle method. And you can tuck the end in, and that's your little baby burrito there. So that's your basic swaddling method. Now the problem that can occur with this is some babies are like little Houdinis and they can break out of this. So partway through the night, baby's moving around and fussy, and this comes loose and they can break out of it. And if that happens, then they're going to wake up. So while this is an awesome option, if you have a squirmy baby who can break out of anything you use to swaddle them, there are some other great options. So, the Miracle Blanket, this one they actually have a money-back guarantee that if your baby doesn't sleep better in this, they'll refund you your money. So it's a pretty amazing claim to their product. It's meant to be used for about the first 14 weeks. And so swaddling in general, arms down, once baby can roll over from back to stomach, it's time to stop swaddling them just so that they can push themselves up once they're onto their stomach. But this is the Miracle Blanket, and this is very specific for swaddling. Like there's a very specific way that you do it.
I'm gonna bring the camera over to this one.
And so basically, you're gonna lay baby in here. Feet go into this little pouch here. And then these little flaps are meant to actually wrap around the arms so that they can't get them out. It's like a little baby straitjacket. And then this comes over, and then you've got this really long piece here that wraps around like so. Really a lot of extra length. So that's a nice tight swaddle for them, and they won't be able to break out of that. And I've had tons of people say that the Miracle Blanket has really helped with their babies to keep them sleeping longer. So that's one option. There's also one that we have, it's a little bit of a newer product to us, the Zen Swaddle, and it's very similar concept to this, except it has nested, or like a weighted kind of like a beanbag essentially on the front and on the side, so it simulates being held. So it's a very similar way in which you wrap baby into it as this, but it gives them the feeling that they're being held, so that's helpful too. Now if you want something that's super easy, just like very straightforward, the Ergo Cocoon, this guy right here, is a really great option for just put baby in, zip it up, and you're done. It's really, probably the easiest way to kind of have them in. So it's a little bit different from swaddling because arms aren't necessarily pinned down to the sides of their bodies. They can actually still move their arms around in here, but their arms are kept in. So once they're sleeping, you're not going to get that startle reflex that's going to wake them up. So they can have their arms up if they like to have their arms kind of like this, or they can be down. They can move them around, maybe not as confined, but arms are in and they can't wake themselves up. They also have snaps on the side here so that when you transition baby out of swaddling, you can have arm out. Some parents do like one arm out, one arm in, kind of as a transition kind of thing. So that's the Ergo Baby Cocoon. And that one actually comes in 2 sizes. So another one, lots of options. Sorry, it's gonna be a long video today, guys. This is the Swaddle knot. There's another product called the Zippity Zip. So basically the same thing. This is just the Canadian made version of it. So this is a really great transition for people who are going from swaddling to leaving arms more free but are still in. And so just basically same idea as this, zip them in, but arms are a little more free but still covered. So some babies, that works really well when you're transitioning through from a nice tight swaddle to arms being free. And then your last kind of thing is going to be to move into like a sleep sack. And so again, lots of different brands of these guys. We also have, the one I'm not showing here is the Halo, and the Halo actually has option to swaddle arms in or out, but it is this kind of style of sleep sack. Grow bag, very popular. So they come in different weights for warmth, for different seasons, different sizes. And so essentially you just zip baby in, arms are out. It's like a sleeping bag, but arms are out. And so this replaces a blanket. So you're not going to get baby, you know, kicking the blanket off in the night, getting cold, waking up, you know, you having to go in and cover them up again. So it's just a nice kind of easy wearable blanket. And it kind of gets them used to the whole routine of I put this on, I go for my nap, or I go to bed at night, that kind of thing. It's a comfort thing. So, and it's safer than blankets because it won't get kicked onto their face and that type of thing. So those are some really great options for swaddling, covering baby, keeping them cozy at night, and hopefully helping them to sleep longer. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.